Downton Abbey drew us into the world of the Crawleys, full of secrets, power, and elegance. But today, we uncover the real names, ages, and haunting truths of the cast, shocking health battles, untimely deaths, and how even fame couldn't protect them from the toll of time. Michelle Dockery as Lady Mary Crawley. Michelle Dockery, born on December 15, 1981, embodied Lady Mary Crawley, the proud, strong, yet deeply wounded eldest daughter of the Crawley family in Downton Abbey. At the age of 29, she brought to life a richly layered Lady Mary, torn between personal ambition and family duty, becoming the heart of the series and captivating millions with her piercing gaze and aristocratic poise. However, Dockery's personal life has been shrouded in darkness. In 2015, her fiancé, John Deneen, passed away from a rare cancer, plunging her into a deep depression that made her consider quitting acting. She married Jasper Waller-Bridge, brother of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, in 2023, but the pressures of her career and lingering grief have occasionally strained the relationship. Dockery also struggles with chronic anxiety, having been hospitalized for a panic attack in 2018, which disrupted filming schedules. Her net worth, estimated at around £4 million, comes from acting, fashion endorsements, and real estate in London. By 2025, at 43, Dockery remains a shining star, but emotional scars and relentless pressure have left her looking older. Hugh Bonneville as Robert Crawley. Hugh Bonneville, born on November 10, 1963, portrayed Robert Crawley, the Earl of Grantham, head of the Crawley family, with calm authority in Downton Abbey. At 47, he gave life to a Robert both conservative and kind-hearted, a pillar in the tale of England's societal transformation, leaving audiences with an enduring image of a devoted father. However, his private life has been tumultuous. After 25 years of marriage, Bonneville divorced Lucinda Lulu Williams in 2023, a shocking event amid rumors of an affair. Bonneville has also battled chronic arthritis since 2015, making physically demanding scenes difficult, and a hip surgery in 2020 interrupted his career. His net worth, around £8 million, stems from film, voice acting, and stage projects, but legal fees from the divorce forced him to sell a property in Sussex. By 2025, at 61, Bonneville continues to act in more subdued roles, but his sorrowful eyes and slowed demeanor reflect challenging years. Maggie Smith as Violet Crawley. Maggie Smith, born on December 28, 1934, portrayed Violet Crawley, the sharp-witted Dowager Countess, a symbol of wisdom and humor in Downton Abbey. At 75, she delivered a commanding Violet with biting lines that became iconic, earning her 3 Emmys and a Golden Globe nomination. In real life, Smith was married to playwright Beverly Cross from 1975 until his death in 1998, and she lived alone thereafter, focusing on raising her 2 sons, Chris Larkin and Toby Stevens. She battled breast cancer from 2007, enduring harsh chemotherapy, and the illness returned in 2020, severely weakening her health. In her later years, Smith lived reclusively, declining most roles due to age and illness. Her net worth, around £20 million, came from film, theater, and properties in London and Sussex. She passed away on September 27, 2024, at the age of 89, leaving behind a monumental legacy. Laura Carmichael as Lady Edith Crawley. Laura Carmichael, born on July 16, 1986, played Lady Edith Crawley, the ambitious yet often overshadowed second daughter in Downton Abbey. At 24, she portrayed Edith with subtlety, transforming her from an insecure girl into a symbol of resilience, winning audiences' hearts through her journey of love and career. But Carmichael's personal life has hidden depths. She once dated actor Michael C. Fox, her co-star in Downton Abbey, but the relationship ended in 2016 amid media pressure and busy schedules. Carmichael has also wrestled with chronic anxiety, taking a break from acting in 2020 to undergo therapy, a period during which she almost disappeared from the spotlight. In 2022, she was involved in a minor traffic accident in London, resulting in a wrist injury that delayed a film project. Her net worth, around £2 million, comes from film, theater, and some endorsement deals. By 2025, at 38, Carmichael remains dedicated to her craft, but years of stress and emotional scars have taken the youthful glow from her face. Joanne Froggat as Anna Bates. Joanne Froggat, born on August 23, 1980, portrayed Anna Bates, the resilient and compassionate maid in Downton Abbey. At 30, she infused Anna with vitality, her love and suffering alongside John Bates moving millions, earning her a Golden Globe in 2014. Yet Froggat's personal life has been stormy. She divorced James Cannon in 2020 after 8 years of marriage, a decision that led to depression and therapy. Froggat also suffers from chronic laryngitis since 2016, affecting her voice and forcing her to decline some voiceover roles. Her net worth, estimated at £3 million, comes from acting, production, and endorsement deals, but fashion-related lawsuits in 2019 significantly reduced her income. By 2025, at 44, Froggat remains a prominent figure, but personal struggles and a weary appearance show she has endured much. Brendan Coyle as John Bates. Brendan Coyle, born on December 2, 1962, portrayed John Bates, the loyal valet with a troubled past in Downton Abbey. At 48, he brought depth to Bates, whose love for Anna became a highlight of the series, showcasing his acting through emotionally charged, tragic scenes. But Coyle's private life has been shadowed by alcoholism, a long-standing issue since the 2000s. In 2014, he entered rehab after a public drunken scandal at a London event, damaging his reputation. His brief marriage to a longtime girlfriend ended in 2005, and he has lived alone since, focusing on family ties. Coyle also suffers from chronic arthritis since 2017, making physical roles challenging, and a fall on set in 2019 broke his wrist, forcing a break from acting. His net worth, around £2.5 million, comes from film and some theater projects, but rehab and legal costs have drained it significantly. By 2025, at 62, Coyle still appears on screen, but years of battling addiction and declining health have left him looking worn. Jim Carter as Charles Carson. Jim Carter, born on August 19, 1948, played Charles Carson, the strict yet devoted butler in Downton Abbey. At 62, he brought a commanding presence to Carson, a symbol of tradition and loyalty, setting the rhythm for the servant class and enriching the show's atmosphere. Off-screen, Carter's personal life has been more stable than many of his co-stars, having been married to actress Imelda Staunton since 1983, with one daughter, Jess. However, their relationship faced tension in 2010 when Staunton was busy with Harry Potter, leaving Carter feeling neglected. He also faced heart disease in 2019, requiring stent surgery, and a long recovery disrupted his career. His net worth, around £4 million, comes from film, stage, and voice acting. By 2025, at 76, Carter continues to take on small roles, but his declining health has left him with a slower demeanor. Phyllis Logan as Mrs. Hughes. Phyllis Logan, born on January 11, 1956, portrayed Mrs. Hughes, the compassionate housekeeper and heart of the servant staff in Downton Abbey. At 54, she brought to life a Mrs. Hughes both stern and warm, her wisdom and empathy adding depth to the series, winning audiences over with every gentle glance. Off-screen, Logan has been married to actor Kevin McNally since 1994, with one son, David. However, her family life faced challenges when David was diagnosed with autism in 2000, prompting Logan to devote time to autism support charities. She has also suffered from chronic back pain since 2015, undergoing multiple rounds of physical therapy, and a spinal surgery in 2020 disrupted her filming schedule. Her net worth, around £3 million, comes from film, stage, and charitable work. By 2025, at 68, Logan remains dedicated to her craft, but years of worry and declining health have given her a more haggard appearance. Elizabeth McGovern as Cora Crawley. Elizabeth McGovern, born on July 18, 1961, portrayed Cora Crawley, the elegant Countess of Grantham, the emotional anchor of the Crawley family in Downton Abbey. At 49, she delivered a Cora both graceful and resilient, balancing social duty and family affection, adding to the show's charm. Off-screen, McGovern has been married to director Simon Curtis since 1992, with 2 daughters, but their marriage was shaken by infidelity rumors in 2010 when she was seen being close with a male colleague, though no solid evidence emerged. She has also suffered from chronic dermatitis since 2015, limiting her public appearances and affecting her looks. Her net worth, around £5 million, comes from acting, music, and production. By 2025, at 63, McGovern remains versatile in the arts, but personal drama and the marks of time have left her looking weary. Sophie McSher as Daisy Mason. Sophie McSher, born on May 17, 1985, played Daisy Mason, the spirited young cook in Downton Abbey. At 25, she portrayed a Daisy both naive and mature, her journey overcoming hardship enriching the servant class, endearing her to audiences with innocence and resilience. This role led to projects like Cinderella, 2015, and The King's Man, 2021, showcasing her versatility. In her personal life, McSher experienced heartbreak, breaking up with her long-term partner in 2018, leading to a period of depression that made her withdraw from public events. She has also suffered from chronic migraines since 2016, having to cancel some shoots due to intense pain, and was hospitalized in 2020 due to complications. Her net worth, around £1.5 million, comes from acting and some endorsements. By 2025, at 39, McSher continues her career, but personal struggles and pale public appearances reveal the pressure she has endured. Robert James Collier as Thomas Barrow. Robert James Collier, born on September 23, 1976, portrayed Thomas Barrow, the ambitious yet complex footman in Downton Abbey. At 34, he delivered a Barrow both detestable and pitiable, with a storyline on gender identity in a harsh society that touched audiences, making it one of the show's most memorable roles. But James Collier's personal life has been turbulent. He struggled with gambling addiction during the 2010s, peaking in 2016 when he lost a large sum at Manchester casinos, leading to financial troubles and borrowing from friends. He is single, raising his son alone, but being a single father has left him exhausted, with tense public appearances. James Collier also suffers from chronic anxiety, undergoing therapy in 2018 after a reputation crisis. His net worth, around £2 million, comes from acting and some ad projects. By 2025, at 48, James Collier remains active in the arts, but years of stress and an unhealthy lifestyle have aged him noticeably. Leslie Nicole as Mrs. Patmore. Leslie Nicole, born on August 7, 1953, portrayed Mrs. Patmore, the sharp yet warm-hearted cook in Downton Abbey. At 57, she brought humor and dedication to Patmore, the soul of the servant kitchen, endearing herself to viewers with every witty line. Off-screen, Nicole has been married to Daaboth Tehaling, a spiritual therapist, since 2008, but their marriage faced trials when Tehaling suffered a stroke in 2020, forcing Nicole to take a break from acting to care for him. She also suffers from type 2 diabetes since 2015. requiring strict dietary changes and frequent hospital visits due to complications. Her net worth, around £2 million, comes from film, stage, and voice work. By 2025, at 71, Nicole continues her work, but illness and years of worry have left her looking worn. Siobhan Fineran as Sarah O'Brien. Siobhan Fineran, born on April 27, 1966, played Sarah O'Brien, the scheming maid, one of Downton Abbey's most memorable antagonists. At 44, she brought to life an O'Brien both fearsome and captivating, her plots adding drama to the show and leaving viewers both hating and loving her. This role led to projects like Happy Valley, 2014, and The Moorside, 2017, where she portrayed complex women. Off-screen, Fineran divorced actor Mark Jordan in 2014 after 16 years, a decision that left her financially strained, forcing her to sell her Manchester home. The divorce was publicly contentious, with Jordan accused of violent behavior. She has suffered from chronic joint pain since 2018, requiring long-term medication, and a knee surgery in 2021 disrupted her career. Her net worth, around £1.5 million, comes from film and stage work. By 2025, at 58, Fineran continues her career, but declining health has left her looking haggard. Jessica Brown Finley as Lady Sybil Crawley. Jessica Brown Finley, born on September 14, 1989, portrayed Lady Sybil Crawley, the rebellious and idealistic youngest daughter in Downton Abbey. At 21, she brought a vibrant Sybil to life, the spark of progress in the Crawley family, beloved by audiences for her free spirit and compassion. In real life, Brown Finley married actor Ziggy Heath in 2020, and they welcomed twins in 2022. However, she endured the trauma of a miscarriage in 2021, leading to a period of depression that caused her to pause her acting career. She also suffers from severe migraines since 2018, once hospitalized due to intense pain, and fainted on set in 2020, disrupting filming. Her net worth, around £1 million, comes from acting and several endorsement deals. By 2025, at 35, Brown Finley continues to pursue her craft, but personal struggles have left their mark. Dan Stevens as Matthew Crawley. Dan Stevens, born on October 10, 1982, played Matthew Crawley, the intelligent and romantic heir to the Crawley family in Downton Abbey. At 28, he brought a dutiful Matthew to life, with his love story with Lady Mary becoming the heart of the series, captivating audiences with every tender look. Off-screen, Stevens married singer Susie Harriott in 2009, and they have 3 children, but the pressures of a Hollywood career strained their marriage in 2017 amid rumors of an affair with a female co-star, which he denied. He has suffered from chronic insomnia since 2015, affecting his health and requiring long-term medication. His net worth, around £6 million, comes from acting, production, and real estate. By 2025, at 42, Stevens remains a star, but the busy years have aged him, distancing him from the youthful image of Matthew. Lily James as Lady Rose McClare. Lily James, born on April 5, 1989, portrayed Lady Rose McClare, the lively and spirited young woman in Downton Abbey. At 23, she brought a dazzling Rose to life, a breath of fresh air for the show, her free-spirited nature lighting up the story. Off-screen, James dated actor Matt Smith from 2014 to 2019, but the relationship ended controversially when she was rumored to have had an affair with Dominic West in 2020, sparking public backlash. She has also faced social anxiety since 2017, taking a break from acting for therapy, and was hospitalized for a panic attack in 2019. Her net worth, around £4 million, comes from acting, advertising, and luxury brand deals. By 2025, at 35, James still shines on screen, but the pressures of fame have dimmed some of Rose's youthful glow. Penelope Wilton as Isabel Crawley. Penelope Wilton, born on June 3, 1946, played Isabel Crawley, the wise and progressive mother in Downton Abbey. At 64, she delivered a deeply human Isabel, bridging tradition and modernity, her wisdom enriching the story. Off-screen, Wilton was married to actor Daniel Massey from 1975 to 1984, then to Ian Holm from 1991 to 2001. But both marriages ended in sorrow, and she has lived alone since. She went through a financial crisis in 2005 after a failed investment in a theater project, forcing her to sell a house in London. Wilton has also suffered from arthritis since 2010, requiring long-term medication, and a hip surgery in 2018 interrupted her career. Her net worth, around £3 million, comes from film and theater. By 2025, at 78, Wilton continues to act, but age and illness have aged her noticeably. Alan Leech as Tom Branson. Alan Leech, born on May 18, 1981, played Tom Branson, the rebellious chauffeur turned Crawley family member in Downton Abbey. At 29, he brought an idealistic Branson to life, a symbol of social change, with his journey from outsider to family deeply moving audiences. Off-screen, Leech married actress Jessica Blair Herman in 2019, and they have 2 children. But his marriage was shaken in 2022 by rumors of an affair with a female colleague in the U.S., which he denied. He also suffers from chronic back pain since 2017, undergoing long-term physical therapy, and a fall on set in 2020 broke his ribs, forcing a hiatus from acting. His net worth, around £2 million, comes from acting and some endorsements. By 2025, at 43, Leech continues to pursue his career, but personal drama and declining health have left him looking worn. The elegance of Downton Abbey lives on, but for the cast, time has told a different story, one of loss, change, and harsh reality. Some have faded from the spotlight, while others are barely recognizable. Which cast member's transformation shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.